Good morning and welcome to Barbara's Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara. Today we're starting with a story that's affecting travelers across the United States. If you're planning to fly anytime soon, you might want to check with your airline for any updates on wait times at security checkpoints. The Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, is experiencing staffing shortages due to a funding lapse, resulting in long lines at airports. According to reports from several major airport hubs, including Charlotte Douglas International, William P. Hobby Airport in Houston, and New Orleans International Airport, passengers are being advised to arrive hours ahead of their scheduled flights to account for the delays. The TSA has seen a spike in sick calls, which is contributing to the staffing shortages. This comes as the partial government shutdown affecting the Department of Homeland Security stretches into its fourth week. I want to go straight to one traveler who experienced these long lines firsthand. Jessica Alexi was trying to return home to New Orleans with her family after attending the World Baseball Classic in Houston. She arrived at the airport 3 hours early, only to find a long line and realize they wouldn't make their flight. After rebooking for a late-night flight and waiting in line for about 3.5 hours, she was finally able to get through security. The situation is not unique to the United States. Air travel disruptions are being felt globally, with Oman's Muscat International Airport recently limiting private jet flights due to airspace closures and congestion in the region. This move prioritizes government and commercial flights as the airport works to manage capacity within acceptable limits. As we continue to follow this story, it's essential to remember that the impact of these disruptions is being felt by travelers from all walks of life. Whether you're a business traveler trying to get to your destination or a family on vacation, these delays can be frustrating and inconvenient. We'll keep monitoring the situation and provide updates as more information becomes available. In the meantime, if you have travel plans, be sure to check with your airline for any advisories on wait times and plan accordingly. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we continue to follow the developments in the Middle East, a question on many minds is whether the current conflict between the U.S., Israel, and Iran holds any lessons from the past. Specifically, does the Iraq War offer any insights into the prospects of regime change in Iran? To explore this topic, I'd like to take a step back and consider the historical context. The 2003 invasion of Iraq, which aimed to topple Saddam Hussein's regime, has been widely studied and debated. While the initial military campaign was swift, the subsequent occupation and attempts at nation-building were marred by violence, sectarianism, and instability. The Iraq War resulted in significant loss of life, displacement of people, and a profound impact on regional dynamics. Now, as we look at the situation in Iran, it's essential to recognize that each country's circumstances are unique. However, there are some common themes that emerge when considering regime change. The desire for democracy, human rights, and self-determination is universal, but the paths to achieving these goals are often complex and fraught with challenges. According to a senior Israeli defense official, Israel needs several more weeks to accomplish its goal of decimating Iran's military forces. This statement has significant implications, not only for the region, but also for the global community. The use of military force raises questions about international law, the protection of civilians, and the potential for escalation. Human rights lawyer Wayne Jordash has weighed in on these issues, suggesting that the initial strikes by the U.S. and Israel may have broken international law. Furthermore, Iran's response, which allegedly targeted civilians, has also been criticized. These accusations highlight the need for a nuanced understanding of the conflict and the importance of upholding humanitarian principles. As we navigate this complex landscape, it's crucial to consider multiple perspectives and to prioritize fact-based reporting. At Barbara's Bulletin, we're committed to providing you with in-depth analysis and thoughtful commentary, free from sensationalism and bias. In the midst of this turmoil, it's also important to remember the human cost of conflict. The people of Iran, Iraq, and the broader region are not just statistics or headlines. They are individuals with families, hopes, and dreams. Their stories deserve to be told, and their voices deserve to be heard. Welcome back to Barbaros Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara. As we wrap up today's show, let's take a look at some of the stories making headlines around the world. We've been following the developments in Iran and the growing concerns about the use of AI in military operations. But now, let's shift our focus to some other important news. In Japan, a former mayor of Kanazawa has been elected as the new governor of Ishikawa Prefecture. Yukiyoshi Yamano won the election with the support of the opposition Democratic Party for the People and some conservative prefectural assembly members. This election is significant, not just for the people of Ishikawa, but also because it highlights the ongoing issues of reconstruction after the powerful earthquake that hit the Noto Peninsula in 2024. Meanwhile, in China, young parents are feeling the pinch as childcare costs continue to rise. Despite government measures such as free preschool education and annual subsidies, many families are struggling to make ends meet. This is a critical issue for China, which is facing a demographic crisis with a rapidly aging population and a birth rate that has halved over the past decade. And in the world of business, Muji, the Japanese retail company, is turning its attention to simple skincare as its next growth engine. The company has seen significant success in this area, with sales accounting for about 13% of its total revenue last fiscal year. These are just a few of the stories that caught our attention today. As always, we strive to bring you fair and balanced reporting without bias or agenda. Our goal is to inform and engage you, our listeners, on the issues that matter most. That's all for today's Barbaros Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.